All right. Well, what better way to boost your YouTube numbers than to force your players to watch a session zero there? Like, nice. All five of you. You're just destroying analytics, I could tell. So, a digital session zero. I figure if I do this early enough, it will give you guys time to message me any thoughts or questions. That way, come go time, we dive into play rather than fret over a session zero. However, moving into a campaign without a session zero can sometimes be problematic to our needs and wants as a group. So, here we are. Yeah. The first thing I wanted to go over, just so we're all on the same page, is the character build aspect. Just reminding everybody, we start at level 2. A starting magic item has been woven into each of your backstories. Aside from that, we're going to go with what I call the typical loot drop build, which is, it costs nothing to get all your ability scores to 10. You have 20 points in a pool to, set your ability scores up as such. No raw skills can exceed 18, but if it exceeds 18 with like a racial ability modifier, that's fine. Aside from that, the standard buy is all your ability scores start at 8, which is a -1 modifier. So really, a 20-point buy system is supposed to be with 8s across the board. So when you say 32-point buy system, it has more of a beefier effect. I don't know. So that's essentially what it is, though. It's just the first dozen points have been allocated for you, but it, as you guys seen in Loot Drop, builds beefier characters, obviously. As for equipment, you're allowed to purchase up to 100 gold pieces worth of adventuring gear. However, the 100 gold pieces is not, you don't get to keep the change. It's use it or lose it. You gotta acquire whatever you can with that. And you will start with your max starting gold for your class, so you guys aren't going to have to roll that out. Just go ahead and give yourself a max. The Loot Drop build was meant to beef up PCs, and Loot Drop taking beefed PCs and tossing them at not beefed, like an appropriate for their level CR situation, was meant to be easy and introductory, very kid gloves on for like a mini arc, and this is not going to be like that. I realize that everyone hits above their CR, their recommended CR, this party in particular. And then you went and added another weapon in Will. So I am definitely throwing things at you a couple levels higher than the CR suggests, but you guys are a lot beefier. So it's no longer like kid gloves of Loot Drop. This is definitely going to be a lot harder, more difficult, higher consequences. That being said, I find that I don't necessarily want you to die as PCs, unless a sweet-ass, narratively pleasing way. If you happen to make an epic fucking death scene, sacrificing yourself for the cause or some shit, and it's fucking narratively awesome, I'll probably just let you do it. So, yeah. And then I'll be pissed that you made me make a character arc for a character that's now dead. And I'll probably kill your next character out of spite. So the third one's a charm. But not really. But the consequences are going to be afoot, I guess. A PC death may result in a new PC altogether. Maybe a loss of a level or an ability score or both upon resurrecting said character, if even possible. Um, so, like I said, I'm setting the CR for the party a couple levels higher than recommended, and this might seem unfair, but like I said, I've seen you guys game and acquiring Will, and he's ran through many one shots. I think he is prepared for strategizing and understands the mechanics. This particular campaign is going to take our party through a series of adventures that will take the party from level 2 to level 20 and then some. It's going to take some effort on our parts as we are looking at about 50 sessions or so. So it's about a year's worth of gaming if we don't miss a single session, which, let's be real, we'll probably going to miss a few. But maybe more, maybe less than 50. So, a backup arc and a few one-shots up the sleeves of a few players is highly recommended. I think we've already worked out most of the details in that situation, but just wanted to throw that out there. As I've been watching us play, I think I've identified a few things that I like mechanic-wise and a few things that can help us out. And so let's get into that real quick. I like the full hit points for a properly drank potion mechanic. Potions are going to work as regular, but if you sacrifice your movement and standard action while quaffing, I'm going to allow, you don't have to roll a die. You can just take maximum benefits of a healing potion. Another, like a time-saving element I wanted to implement. It's more for me, I admit, but it's a way that I see to have less, downtime or dead air. I'd like to keep the story rolling for the sake of ease. So initiative rolls are only going to happen once a session. If we have multiple combats, what bogs me down the most is setting up the turn order and then doing that repeatedly. So I think we're going to stick with a single initiative roll per session, and I know that some skills and abilities allow some manipulation of the initiative roll, and so if that comes into play, then maybe we'll let you roll with advantage, or if you're not satisfied with your initiative, you could re-roll upon the next encounter or whatever. We'll figure something out. We'll work something out. But for my sake, constantly changing the order of combat takes a little bit of time, and then it kind of gets confusing. So in order to stay on top of things and keep things rolling, I think we're going to do initiative a little different. So, also time. I'm going to be pretty strict about finish points, at least. Finishing for sure. I realize that we all have full-time jobs and whatnot, and regardless of what is happening in game, at about 10:30 my time, we're going to do what I call as a soft stop, which is where we don't do any tasks of significance like combat, for instance, and we find a good stopping place. Just know that this is on my mind. This is planned, so you guys don't have to worry about it getting late towards the end of the session, and then kind of looking for a good spot to stop. Trust me, I'm very aware, and I feel like towards the end of the sessions is where if you've got the exciting part of the session out of the way, that's where attention kind of starts to dip, because obviously it's hella late, we all work. So just know that that's on my mind, and it's going to be pretty much a hard stop, between 10:30 and 11. I might leave you guys on a cliffhanger or something, so I'll try to keep it interesting towards the end of the session as well. I'll switch it up now and again. But just know that I'm aware of our time constraints, and don't stress about it. I too do not enjoy slaving away for the man on lack of sleep. So it's something I think a few different things here and there, time wise, and I think we'll be all right. That being said, I have taken all your backstories and created 5 separate character arcs, adventuring through 5 different countries. Each arc, depending on the party, is looking like 7 to 10 sessions per arc. And I will say this, like, it's kind of a big world, but depending on the narrative and how you guys decide to take the reins, I know each of you will have your own. It's basically my writer's aid map. It's not like fancy, but you all will have your map of your own wee country before the campaign starts, and depending on the narrative, you might not visit all the places on each of these countries. Yeah, I say that for our OCD players, I guess. But yeah, so there might be cities or mountain ranges or lakes and things that you just don't visit, and that's fine. But also, I'm not opposed to like the party banding together and be like, fuck this narrative. We're going over there to that place on the map, and fuck it. Okay, yeah, we could play a little free roam too. But where was I? I had a point with all this. While I'm opposed to railroading, essentially I'm absolutely going to do just that for session 1. I know a few of you guys asked about maybe starting in the region with your backstory, like a good starting place and whatnot. So I kind of left it up to the dice, so don't get your hopes up. Leveling and magic items acquired will be slow. Be prepared to play 3 or 4 sessions between levels at some point. Like, I'll probably give you a few easy ones in the beginning, but you also kind of start with a magic item, so they're not gonna be as abundant as loot drop was. Once again, the kid gloves are kind of off. So, that being said, the nation you will be adventuring is none other than Daanal Wisech. I'll say it again, Daanal Wisech. The accumulation of your backstories and countries, one big continent. The 5 countries that make up Daanal Wisech are as follows. The Alliance Islands, mostly human and halfling colonies amongst these islands. They are renowned for sailing and relying upon the sea. There is Hordenshire, which is a very multi-temperate, as far as geography goes, country. And it's ran by various tribes of Dragonborn. Brightwood is a nation of high elves, definitely known for not only their fine craftsmanship, but their wizarding capabilities and academies. And then there is Nightwood, neighboring Brightwood, a nation of wood elves that see the beauty in nature and live in a very different forest, almost like a jungle. It has got its own curiosities, which you guys will no doubt find out. And then Tirna is the nation of men along the northernmost coast. It is a land of rich traditions and even richer natural resources. So, that's about all I'm going to give you guys for now. And thanks for tuning into the session 0. If you have any questions or any of that nonsense, get a hold of me on the channels. One last thing I want to address is that I am probably going to be recording the sessions. I'm not 100% on if I want to do like a webcam situation or if I just want to record like the audio. I guess we'll see. I'm open to suggestions if you guys have a fancy way of doing things. So let me know, and eager to hear your feedback. And everybody who doesn't like and subscribe to this channel definitely gets disadvantage on every roll, every session until it's commenced. Akid, or am I? Anyway, thanks guys. Appreciate you, and look forward to gaming with you. See you soon.
you.